Now, I'm excited about that. That's so insightful, telling us on how you can locate. Like, location also matters. It's a very big thing to consider
Very
when
good
establishing a business, and also how you can, make use of the social media adverts platforms too, and all of that. Thank you so much. Now, I want to know about you. Let's know how your journey went, how you started with
Corad
Closet.
Yeah,
My
Corad Closet
pardon.
Empire Limited.
Exactly. So what's the journey like? How to be?
Wow, it's not an easy journey anyway. But like I said earlier, I love fashion. While I was in secondary school, I was the most fashionable graduating student. Even in uni, I was the most fashionable graduating student in my department and my faculty as well.
Interesting.
So I like fashion, and what really is my mom's line of business too, though.
Okay.
My mom had a boutique then, but she's late now.
Oh,
Not so
sorry.
rest in peace.
Amen.
She's late now. So I think that was where I developed the passion from. So I have interest in this clothing business. So after graduating from uni, I wanted to work because I studied public relations and advertising. So I wanted to go into advertising, but I just looked at it that I'm not somebody that can do a collar job. I'm not that kind of person. I don't like reading like that.
9 to 5.
And this 9 to 5 job, I'm
Yeah.
not somebody that can do it. I just told my husband that, man, I want to go into this fashion business where I want to pick up from where my mommy stopped. I think I need that legacy. And he said, okay, he's ready to support me. Then I didn't start with a shop. I just started on Instagram like that. I started my business on Instagram. And to the glory of God, I have 2 shops now.
Wow.
And I'm doing very well on social media, most of all these social media platforms. I'm doing very, very well. I have followers, I have buying crowd, I have crowd. In fact, I can influence for brands too now.
Oh, that's good.
Because I already have people patronizing me. So I started on Instagram with no shop, nothing. In fact, I didn't even start my business with capital. I do tell people, I didn't start my business with capital because I did not even have the capital then. I just graduated, and I told my husband about it. He was still looking at, yeah, he graduates. Why do you really want to? Well, because he's a prince, and they know people. He'll be like, come and work now, be a civil servant, and be enjoying yourself. Which one is? I said, no. So I didn't start my business with a capital. I say it everywhere. I didn't start with a capital. I just know where I do get all those my own clothes from. And there is no day, there is no way you will see me. The first thing you will admire is my clothes. There is nowhere I will go. The first thing, that's my logo. And I know where I do get all those clothes from. So I just told the person that, see, I'll be buying these clothes, I'll be wearing them myself. And if I'll snap, I'll post the video. And if anybody likes it, I'll come back, you give me discount. And that was how I started.
That's it.
So I'll just go there. In fact, sometimes he will just call me to come and take clothes and wear without paying, so that people will like. So once I upload those pictures, videos on social media, people will just like it. That, which one is Corad putting on again? We like it or we want to buy. And that was how I started. So when my husband saw the way I was really pushing, like it was not easy. That was why I said determination. I was really pushing because I'm a graduate, I'm from a good home. I married from a very good home. I married from a royal family. They are very rich. So that kind of business, they don't expect somebody like me to do it, going up and down in Balogun, but I have passion for it. And I'm determined. I just told my husband, babe, look here. You see this fashion line? My mommy left it, she died. Me, I will succeed in this business. We move, I won't stop. So I kept on pushing. Started signing brand ambassadors, blah, blah, blah. And to the glory of God, I have a shop on the island and I have another one on the mainland, and we sell clothes there. We sell clothes, we sell shoes, we sell bags. I style people. If you want to do your birthday, you will come in, I'll style you, I'll tell you what to wear on what hair to do. I have a friend too, Edomirab. Oh, she sells wig. I will contact her. You know, this particular wig will go for this
Match up
particular
with
outfit.
this, yes.
So that is what I really do, and people know me for it because I have passion for this fashion. I cannot do any other thing. That's why I don't disturb myself.
Okay.
I don't, because I have money now. Come and invest in something. So I'm not investing in anything. Let me invest in this clothing line that people know me with. I don't want to put my money in what I don't know. I like fashion. I'm very, very updated in fashion. When it comes to fashion, anything, if any clothes comes out today, I will know. I will know. I have so many pages that I go to. Like we said earlier, research. I make my research every day. Every day. So that's what is really pushing me in this business.
That's brilliant.
Anyway.
That's brilliant. Now I can attest to it that I'm not the only one who knows about her. You can go and search for her on social media platforms. Send her a DM if you want to know more about fashion. Yes, right?
Oh, yes.
All right then. Thank you so much about that.
You're welcome.
We've covered the essence of branding and marketing for new businesses. But when we come back, we'll discuss the financial side of entrepreneurship and how to manage growth effectively. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Amazing Women. We've been talking about how to turn your passion into a thriving business. And now we are going to shift our focus to something every entrepreneur needs to understand: managing finances and scaling a business. Let's talk about money management. You know, for upcoming entrepreneurs, they've got difficult tasks or sometimes find it challenging to manage money and funds and all of that. What advice do you have to give to startups, businesses, and entrepreneurs as to how to manage their money?
Their money, how to manage their finances.
Finances.
It is very, very important as an entrepreneur. You need to know how to manage your finances. If you don't want to go back to where you were coming from, you need to know how to manage it. You don't need to go beyond what you can do. You need to know how to manage everything. You need to know time to do this, what to invest your money on. You don't just do everything others are doing because you are saving money. As an entrepreneur, it doesn't really matter whether you just started the business or you've been in the business before. For both parties, you need to know how to manage your finances. The more you grow, the more you have money, the more things will showcase for you to invest your money on. Like I said earlier, I said there are so many people that will advise me that, oh, Korad, let's do this, let's do this. You have money to do it. I will not do it because I don't want to waste the money. I can just feel there is a particular amount in my account, but that amount is just a number. It's just a number. If you take anything out of it and you mismanage it, it can even ruin your own existing business. That is why you need to be careful, because finances is one of the most important things in business. You can't run any business without money. I said I started my business without the capital. Gone are those days. Anybody that wants to try it now, it will be a bit difficult. To be a bit difficult because the market is now so competitive. So many people are on it already. So you can't just say when they pay you, that's when you want to go and buy their clothes. No. So you need to know how to manage your finances. You don't just waste your money on anything. You don't just buy. You need to study your clients. You need to know what they want. You need to study them. You don't buy what your clients will not ask you. So you need to study it very, very well before.
Exactly. Or don't buy what your clients will not appreciate.
Don't buy what your clients will not appreciate.
I also think coming up with a scale of preference, writing out how important they are based on priority.
Exactly. It
and
is very,
not
very
jumping
important
on the bandwagon.
Especially for people that want to sell on social media now. The fact that you are coming to social media to sell, you see a lot of people, another brand might upload another person can upload a Benz today that I just bought a Benz for my business money, and you feel, oh, this person started after me now. Me too, I have money for the Benz, I just don't want to buy it. Then instead of you to invest more on your business, you use the money to go and buy the Benz somebody bought, when you don't even know how the person got the Benz. So you need to know how to manage your finances very well.
And be patient, right?
And be patient, exactly. Because once that finances collapse, that business will what? Once there is no finances, rather, the business will collapse.
There's no two way to that.
There is no two way to that. The business will just collapse. Wow.
Thank you so much. That's so insightful. Now, what are some signs that you should know, or entrepreneurs out there should know, that it is time for them to expand? And also, how can they prepare themselves for growth?
For growth, for the expansion.
For the expansion.
It is very, very good to study your business. It is very, very good to study your business so that you will know when the expansion is needed. You don't even need to tell somebody before the person will know that my business needs expansion. For instance, when you have a shop and so many people are coming, the place is not even suitable for people to come in again, and you know you have clients, you have the client base already. Once you have a client base already, you have people that patronize you, you are making the money already, you should know that you need to expand. The more you expand, the more you make more money. The more you expand, the more, it's just like the more you invest, the more you make more profits. So the more you expand, the more you make more money. The more your business will grow.
Interesting. I would like to ask you a personal question, because I also love fashion, and I one day want to venture into fashion designing and all of that. At what point do you think is cool for, as a startup? Sometimes some people advise you should collab, merge with other people, since you can't do it alone and all of that. Do you think that's advisable, really?
No. Social media has helped a lot of people now. You don't need to merge with anybody again. Gone are those days when you need to merge with somebody to do your business. Now, social media is now our friend. Even people that have just 2 cups, for example, you see people that just bought these 2 cups from China, they'll start advertising it themselves on social media. Exactly. And people will buy it. The money for these 2 cups, with the profit, they'll be able to buy 6 of it. So you don't need to merge with anybody. Gone are those days when you think you can't do your business alone. You need somebody that has the experience. You need somebody that has the capital.
Some can sketch. I can only sew.
Gone are those days.
Okay.
Social media now is our friend. It's friendly. It's a cool way. It's a very good way to make your money, to make a legit money. So you don't need to join with somebody before you can do your business, except for some businesses.
Okay.
For example, now I'm into fashion, but I don't know how to sew. I'm not a tailor. I'm not a fashion designer. But it is still in my line. I can still add it to my business.
Okay.
So if I want to do something like that, because I don't have the experience of a fashion designer, I can actually call somebody and say, oh, I really want to do this business too. I want you to put me through.
Okay.
I want us to do it together. Because I don't have the experience of it. I can't sew. You understand? That is the only way I can feel, okay, I need to get the experience from somebody before doing it alone. Because I can't just say I want to be a fashion designer and employ apprentices to come and start doing all sorts of things for me. They will cheat me. They won't do the business well. But once I have experience of what I want to do, they will know that, yes, our boss is an experienced person.
Exactly. That's true. Thank you so much for that, ma'am. At least now I can be rest assured that I know what to do and what next step to take. And I'm sure I'm not the only one here that, is confused in between somehow. But then now we have an answer. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
We've touched some crucial aspects of entrepreneurship, but there is more to discuss. After the break, we'll get Alhaja Akorede Oloto's final tips on how to maintain long-term success and keep the passion alive in business. Stay with us. Welcome back to Amazing Women. As we wrap up our conversation on entrepreneurship, we've learned a lot about turning passion into business. Now let's hear Alhaja Akorede Oloto's final thought on how to sustain success and keep that passion alive as the business grows. Now, as an entrepreneur, how do you stay motivated? Because sometimes, yes, we all get burned out. What keeps you going? What makes you face the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur without, you being affected like that?
I thank Almighty God, because in anything I want to do, I put God first. And once I put God first, everything just comes easy for me. And I have a very supportive husband that supports everything I do. So I don't really have any challenges like that, because I have God and I have a supportive husband that is helping me. But for people that don't have somebody that can support them, both financially, emotionally, and all of that, they should just keep pushing. That is my advice. Once you have passion for it and you are determined to succeed, you just need to keep pushing.
Okay. So what are your top tips for achieving a long-term success as an entrepreneur?
Consistency. You need to be consistent. You need to be determined. You need to be focused. You need to be focused to achieve your goals, and you need to be determined. You have to be consistent.
Okay. What resources, mentors can you give out there to entrepreneurs to look up to, that perhaps they're looking up to someone? Is there
looking up to someone.
Yes. Is there any reference you can give to maybe a book or something to watch up as a mentor?
As a mentor, like something to mentor them on the business. Well,
person.
it depends. It depends on what you're looking at. Some people, they will see somebody and they'll be like, this is my role model. I want to be like this person.
Inspired.
Be sure of who you want to be like, Sha. That is very, very important. Be sure of who you want to be like. I don't want to be like anybody. I'm myself. So I do my things on my own. I do my things on my own, and I put God Almighty first.
Finally, what advice do you have for aspiring entrepreneurs?
Well, like I said earlier, they should be consistent, they should be focused, they should be determined. These three keys are very, very important if you want to be successful in a business.
Thank you so much. Be focused, be consistent, and be determined. Thank you so much for that. I think that's the 3 power points you mustn't forget. Thank you so much, Halaja Akorede Oloto, for sharing your insight. It's so insightful anyway. Thank you for sharing that with us and not missing words. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes, and this is from Amazing Women.
Wow.
Yes, gifting you a token. Thank you so
you
much. We
all,
appreciate your
Amazing
presence.
Women
Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate this. Thank you all.
All right, so to our viewers, we hope today's episode has inspired you to take that next step towards building the business of your dreams. Remember, turning your passion into a successful venture takes hard work, dedication, and smart strategies, but it's absolutely possible. Now, if you have any question or you want to share your own entrepreneurship journey, we'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on social media and let's continue the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Amazing Women. We'll see you next time with more inspiring and informative discussion. Keep pursuing your passion. Goodbye.